Hello, students and my viewers. I've been quite busy since some time, and I was not able to upload some videos on time. But as many of my subscribers, they know that I have been providing them active feedback over the videos and the questions they were usually asking. So this video covers the most common, I would say, the errors students are making, and due to that, their visas are getting rejected. So I would be highlighting like what you can do for your visa application and the things you should be covering in your visa application, so your visa is not denied in the later process by the embassy. So the first thing I would be talking about this is the block account and the amount issues. So as you should be aware that the Belgium universities are quite strict with the block accounts, so especially when you are applying for visas. So you have to cover your 1 year living fee either through block account or through a sponsorship, or you should be granted any sort of scholarship by university or any other authority. Usually they have Erasmus or different scholarship scheme by various universities, I would say. So I have been approached by few students that their visas were denied because the amount they have submitted to the university for the block account, that was not sufficient as per the embassy requirement. So the first thing I would suggest to student is to look over to various universities websites. Suppose like if I talk about the last year 2022 or 2023, so I went through few universities and even their website is stating different amount. Like for the KU Leuven, the monthly requirement is 950 euro. If I go to the same website for the same year of ULB, it's saying round about 800 euro. If I go to the University of Kent, so it's round about same 950 euro. The same is for VUB and other universities as well. So you have to make sure on the university website, and if you can afford, try to go for a little bit higher, or I would say the maximum you find on the university website, or get it written confirmation from university through any document. And when you block the amount and get the solvency letter from university, try to attach the explanation letter from university. That's gonna give you an edge. And basically when you file for your visa, so I would say the block account letter or the solvency letter, that's not only the sufficient letter you should be having. Beside that, you cover the explanation, I would say, in your cover letter as well. Like try to say that I have blocked 950 euro a month for the period of 1 year as per the university requirement that was stated in the university letter reference, or if you got an email, or if you can refer to the website. So basically the visa officer knows that you have fulfilled the basic requirement. Or uh, as I have been approached by a few students from Africa, so the embassies have mentioned specifically the amount on their website as well. So I would suggest always go to the embassy requirement, and if you don't find any specific amount and they are only saying about the block account, go for the university one. Try to have it documented, like get a print of the website, or if you can ask for a letter from university, or if you can ask for an email from university. And once you transfer the amount, don't straight away go for the application. Get a solvency letter from university and have that document attached and cover in your cover letter as well. That's gonna give you an edge in your application, because there were few students that I have been approached, and even they had a block account, but the visa officer, I don't know what he was thinking or she was thinking at that time when he he or she were deciding over the application, they overlook into the requirement, and that was being denied as well. So always cover in your main motivation or the cover letter you attached to it as well. Now, the second most common I would like to highlight is the difference between the administrative fee they have paid. So as most of the time students are making application in the months of June, May, or July or August. So the Belgium regulation usually it is like the administrative fee that does change after the financial year, like after July. So sorry, June. So you have to keep in mind, if you are filing your visa before 30th of June, you might be correct. But if you are getting a visa interview after that date, might be you get a letter before that from the embassy that there is a difference between the amount of administrative fee paid and the requirement. So keep in mind, like in my case, when I filed for my visa, so basically the administrative fee was paid less in the amount, and what I did, I had to pay the difference amount after that, and through that I was able to cover it. But you have to keep those two things in your mind when you are filing for visa. So always pay the exact amount, or I would say, to be on a safe side, if you can pay 3-4 euro extra, that's not going to make that difference. Embassy is okay with the extra amount, but they would straight away either ask for the extra amount, or they can even reject your application. And I have seen some cases where their application is rejected, and then you have to go for reapply. The third thing is, sometimes the visa officer is not able to understand, I would say, the program you have applied. And that's the reason I have been insisting to my viewers that you have to work on your motivation letter. And in that motivation letter, like sometimes I've been asked questions, what should I be covering? So if I want to highlight, like if I am applying for any visa or any program, the thing I would be covering, the first thing is why I am applying for that program. So basically, I would be giving some overview of the program, and then trying to link it with my previous education and previous professional experience I have it. And the third thing I would be covering in that letter is the financial requirement, like I explained earlier regarding the block account or the sponsorship letter or the scholarship I have it. And the fourth thing I would be covering in my motivation letter or the cover letter, that would be basically highlighting all the main documents I am attaching. Like usually the main requirement is one set of original document and two set of photocopies. In that photocopies, like the main documents are educational credential, then the experience letter, then the university admission letter, then passport copy, then after that your ID or the pictures, and the fifth thing they usually have it, that's the administrative fee and the financial solvency letters. So those things are quite normal, you have to mention and if you can like give a bullet point in your cover letter, that's fine for the visa officer, because the cover letter is gonna be the one that's gonna guide you, the visa officer, through your application letter. So as far as you can make it easy for them to understand, I would say that's gonna give you an edge over the other application they have it. And usually if your documents are straight, visa officer is okay with that, your decision is not gonna take more than 2 or 3 days in general. But if you make things complex for the visa officer and the documents are not clear, they're gonna straight away send your file to Brussels, and that's gonna take even weeks. And I have seen it took months for some, because Brussels office is the main one that's basically looking for applications all around the globe, so that can delay the things as well. The fourth thing is I would like to highlight, like sometimes many of the students, they are asking, should I attach the insurance or the travel insurance or health insurance or not? So basically my answer is, you don't need to attach your health insurance or travel insurance at this point. Sometime embassy would ask it, but you don't need it. You just need an entry visa. Even if they grant you a 6-month visa or 3-month visa, that doesn't matter, because the day you land in Belgium, you have to apply for a temporary residence work permit, or the residence work permit they call it, or the TRV, in other words they call it, in your local commune, and that's gonna be your visa for the next year or whatever duration of the course you have it. It depends when you applied or when the course is starting. So basically these are the things you have to keep in mind when you apply for your visa. And I would say, if you cover those, your visa will straight away go towards exception, and it will not be I would say rejected. So basically keep your application straight, simple, and you have to basically make the cover letter a kind of your representative to the visa officer. So if you cover these things, I don't think so there would be a chance your visa is being rejected. And some common questions I have been approached by students, that is a study gap matters. I'm straight away giving you an answer, no, because I have not seen cases that those are being denied over the study gap. If university is giving you admission, that's it. They are not going to object on that. Even you can go for appeal, and straight away you will have a win chance, because you have already uh, uh, given everything to the university, and that's the reason you were being admitted. So there is nothing that have to do with the educational gap or the age criteria. Have been questioned a lot that my visa application was denied. Is it because of the age criteria? I would say no. And the third thing is, main cover your more, I would say, go for the relevant education, so you can defend in your motivation letter. So that's what I wanted to highlight, and I hope this video is going to support you in your visa application. And whenever you file your visa application, try to be careful. Give as much as time you can to the documents. Don't make mistake in the simple steps, and rest. If you make smaller mistake in your visa online application, or if there are some mistake, they will go over it. But if you make these major mistakes which I highlighted in the video, that's gonna make problem, and might be your visa get denied. So these points should be covered, and I hope this video is helpful for you guys. If you still have questions, definitely my comment section will be open, and you can reach me through the comment section or my email address in the description of the video as well. Thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe my channel, so I can keep you posted with the relevant stuff in future as well.